I think I'm looking for two things: how we can be extremely transparent to really understand the problems and the gaps that we have around incorporating sustainability into the corporate governance framework in Nigeria, in Africa, and everywhere that obviously most of us are initiatives lead us to. So I'm really keen to see that openness today, and let's be able to really dive into the main issues and look for ways of talking about it and deliberating on the way forward. I think one of the most important things that for me is, how do we get leaders to come together and begin to understand what we need to do? Okay, so I think today's event should be an eye-opener to let people understand really the key next steps. And also for me, I'm a big fan of measuring success. So for every organization that instilling a very strong governance framework, and obviously in line with sustainability and sustainability reporting, what exactly are we going to come back to next year, and what are the success stories we're going to share? So I'm looking at today will give us that experience to really kind of take something away that is solid, not just from a corporate governance perspective, but something that we can use to improve within our organizations, and then come back and tell us this story.
It's been very insightful. The speakers have given a lot of information about the tenets of corporate governance in Nigeria. There have been takeaways in terms of how to implement some of the insights they've shared with the audience today. And I'm looking forward to seeing the ripple effect it will have across Nigeria, especially in the industries and organizations that we work in. It's been a long tenure of work, especially being a committee member, the planning committee member for the conference. It's been hard work by everyone on the team. And so I would like to use this opportunity to just say thank you to everyone for giving 100%. Coming here, seeing how successful it is. All the speakers are here. They are here present, both those in the country and those, phoning in from Switzerland. And we're looking forward to doing even better next year.
It's been nice to just learn more about corporate governance and how we at the Commission can assist corporate companies to ensure that in processing data, they actually comply with our laws, rules, and regulations. So safe use of data, personal data processing, basically. I believe that the sort of panel sessions that have been outlined for today would help industry players, government, and just other key stakeholders to be able to have the discussions that are necessary to move corporate governance forward in a way where there's compliance with the laws and there's ethical use of data.
I think it's been a really well-attended conference. Most importantly, the topic of corporate sustainability is very important. The speakers have really hit the nail on the head of the role of the board. And more importantly, that we should look at not just the private sector, but public sector. I think it's something very important that we at the society should really take a lot of cognizance on, and that we all have a collective responsibility to build institutions that last the test of the time and create the good society. I also like the fact that we're talking just beyond the boardroom, but about talking about stakeholder relationships and that importance of not just ticking the box on sustainability or ESG, but how this leads to the long-term benefit of society. Well, we have a responsibility as a society to be able to create the importance and awareness of corporate governance. And I think for people who are attending for the first time, we can see that. It will inspire new members to join the society, people that would like to get into boards or to become on boards, that it's something that they have to work on. For those who are already veterans at the board level, I think coming for meetings like this and conferences like this just overemphasizes the importance of corporate governance in setting the tone and the direction, and the role that the board has in strategy and sustainability of organizations that we all sit on. So I think that for us, it's more that we have to do capacity building, we have to strengthen institutions, we have to take the best practices of corporate governance internationally, bring them home, and how we need to not just comply with codes of corporate governance, but this should be a way of life for each and every one of us as board directors, and that we have a fiduciary responsibility and a collective responsibility as Nigerians to be able to grow institutions that stand the test of time.
What we try to do, see what is the latest things in governance, things that maybe we've missed, and then what we want to do. We want the corporate governance society to be something, not just a niche organization where just maybe those in the industry think about governance. We want governance to be something that everyone realizes that they need to also act with good corporate governance. Corporate governance, it's not just for organizations. It could be you in your house. What am I doing? Am I doing things properly? Everybody needs to have governance. So let's not even go about government, about governance in government in the public sector. But everybody in every facet of life, you do need to have some sort of governance, because that rules things that you stand for. So we want things that Nigeria starts thinking about governance that maybe we'll be in a better place than we are now.